Good afternoon and welcome to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium and I am here with my co-host. Who are you again?
I am Coach Elix.
Coach Elix is in the house.
Here and present.
Well, it's just wonderful to have you here, Elix.
Well, thank you. It's wonderful to be here.
You know, the show that I did and you were at work and you couldn't be on, it just felt like something was missing.
Not right.
You know, it's almost like when you wash your clothes and you pull them out of the dryer and you cannot find that one sock. And then all of a sudden the sock pops up somewhere else.
So now you're comparing me to laundry?
Clean laundry, so that's good.
Okay.
Listen, this is an overflow from Facebook Live. Facebook Live, I don't know what happened. I don't know, Elix. It's just who we are, right? We just go on, and I was talking about my shirt, and I don't know. There's just a lot here, but I hope everybody had a great 4th of July wherever you are and wherever you were. We had a fabulous 4th of July because
we did.
My cousin / sister, I always say cousin, but that just doesn't cover it because she really is like my sister. And her daughter, my niece, came up, and it was Morgan's 16th birthday. So that in itself was so cool. So Friday they got in. Friday night after Elix's show, we went to the Asian Lanterns at Roger Williams Park, which was really cool.
That was awesome. Yes.
But I'll tell you, we went to a restaurant in Providence called Maria's Cucina, I think, right?
Yep.
And it was fabulous. It's on Broad Street. I've never been, and that actually I didn't grow up too far from there in Providence. Not that you would know my accent, right, Elix?
Yeah, what accent? I've never heard such a thing.
Exactly, what accent?
When I hear coffee, I just hear no accent whatsoever.
So the restaurant was fantastic. The food, everything was just amazing. And then we went to the Lanterns at the park, which was really cool. And we were just sharing on Facebook Live that Saturday we had plans to go to Nantucket, but it was pouring, and so we changed the plans, and instead, so we didn't have to go on the boat, we drove to P-Town, which being on the Cape is not that far, in the soaking rain. But it was that was really a great day, wasn't it?
It really was. The rain was just the rain. We had just as much fun walking around, getting soaked, shopping, eating. It was awesome. and we found that everything just fell into place. We found the greatest restaurant that right when we called, someone had canceled for 4, so that the 4 of us went in and had dinner, and then we just walked the whole commercial street. I was going to say strip, but I knew Ellis was going to have something to say about that. And we did a little shopping, and so it's pouring rain, and both of us did some shopping, and there was one bag. I came walking out, and within, I don't know, Elix, was it a minute? The whole bottom part of the bag just completely opened up, and everything we bought just fell right on the ground. Yeah. Mind you, it's raining out, it's pouring out, but thank God everything was wrapped. So me and my niece ran back into the store just to make sure that there was nothing ruined, which there wasn't. And the salesperson said, "Oh my God, the humidity did it." And Morgan and I looked at each other like, "Yeah, Mr. Humidity came up and just sliced the back or the bottom of the bag." I'm like, "It's 50 degrees out and it's raining." I don't know. But he was very nice. He actually gave us a regular bag and a cloth bag, so we were all good and had a great time, right? We had a wonderful time. I actually loved it. I thought it was wonderful, and we had a great time, all weekend long with with Holly and Morgan.
Yeah, and the birthday party was here, and it wasn't it was just the right amount of people, and of course, Elix did things on the grill, but and it was on 4th of July. But if you come into our house on 4th of July, or really pretty much anytime, if you think you're getting hot dogs and hamburgers, it's not happening, because the gourmet chef is going to raise the bar. And anyone who's been, and I know there's people listening that have been to our house, they know what I'm talking about. Elix is an incredible
incredible cook. So, what did you make, Elix?
Well, first of all, anyone who expects hot dogs and hamburgers from me, that clearly doesn't know anything about me. Because that is just not something that will ever happen. But anyways, I did a selection of swordfish, all on the grill, New York strip, and chicken, and I make my own barbecue sauce, and it was amazing. And then we roasted some sweet potatoes, and we put brown sugar and butter, and then we had some sweet corn, and I made a delicious salad. So it was awesome.
It was actually more than awesome. Everybody loved it. I mean, you can't help but love it. Not that there's anything wrong with hamburgers and hot dogs. I get it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's just that that's just who Elix is, and everybody was just very, very happy that they got to come and really got to share that. And then we got this beautiful cake, and it's on Facebook that I posted on and on Instagram for my niece Morgan, and her mom just said that she likes flowers, so we had the whole top decorated with flowers, and my cousin or sister Holly, she opened her own rescue organization called RAD, Rescue a Dog, because she was working with another rescue organization and just didn't really like the way they were doing some things. So, I mean, this is not an easy feat. It's not an easy thing to do just to open your own. But she did, and what they do for animals is, it's just crazy. There's been times that I've had conversations with Holly that they pick up a dog and the dog's leg is broken, and she goes to one of the vets that they use. Either no, it's got to be amputated. It can't be fixed the way it is. She won't stop. I'm not exaggerating. She will just go to other vets. And there was one dog that happened, and I think it was just a couple of weeks later. This dog was walking, and the maybe the first one or two vets, and I'm sure great vets, just didn't think that was possible. That's what she does. And my niece Morgan, who just turned 18, is going to be a vet. She's wanted to be a vet forever, and that's her plan. And I know that's what's going to happen. But they're pretty incredible, Elix, huh?
They're amazing, and that's what I call a true animal advocate.
It is, and I've said this before, and I stand by it. And it doesn't really matter whether people agree, they don't agree. My grandfather on my mom's side, the one from Ireland, the Irish man, used to tell his 4 daughters, which were my mom and 3 sisters, which were Holly's mother, one of them, that if you don't like animals, you're not a good person. And I breathe by that. It does not matter to me whether you believe it, whether you agree with it. I don't care. It's just something that I believe in, and it's something that's just it's. I think it's part of the family. It's ingrained in you that you just got to take care of animals. I mean, we have this wildlife place, Tufts in Massachusetts. That the greatest thing about this place is it's open 24/7, and you can just bring it and you can give a donation. I'm telling you, we have brought a frog, a mouse, a bird. I mean, I once, I don't even want to really talk about this, but once I went to move something on the porch. I didn't see on the deck, I didn't see this frog, and when it landed on his little leg, and I cried the entire way there. Yeah, I may have a little screw loose, or maybe a couple screw looses, but I did.
But I've learned a lot from you, because I remember that one time that I was visiting a client, and we were sitting in the yard, and her dog found a bunny nest, and he went after the little babies, and one of the babies came running, and I was like, oh my God, I have to grab him. And we couldn't put him back on the nest because the dog knew where the nest was, so I called the animal rescue that place, and they told me what to do, and I took the little bunny home. And he did quite well, yeah.
He went into the wild. We got this really great food in this little nest. Oh my God! And it said that bunnies are not territorial, so they'll just accept him. And then we swear we saw him like big. at least in our heads, and I'm sure it was probably good. So that's why I love Elix. You know, he does the same, and that's just who we are when it comes to animals. But when it comes to this show through the static, I'm going to take a break. 508-222-1320 is the number. I know I have people on hold. They've been waiting, and as soon as I come back, I am going to start taking calls. So just hang on, and we will be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium, your host of this show, and with my co-host, Elix is here, right?
I am here.
Elix, don't make me laugh. I mean, you just run to the mic to say hi?
No, I turn my mic off so I don't make any sound.
Right, so let me, Mark is here, our producer. Everybody say hi to Mark. Say hello, Mark. All right, so let me take the first phone call. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this? Hello?
Kathy? Hi.
Hi, who's this?
Kathy?
Hi, Kathy. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good too, Kathy. And I'm glad that you calling, and that you're my first caller. So, I normally don't do this, Kathy, but I am going to ask, is there any particular person, any question you want me to focus on, or you just want me to, just pull in spirit?
Kind of like about a relationship healing.
So you're interested in a relationship feeling with you?
Healing.
I didn't hear you, Kathy. What was that?
Healing.
Healing of a relationship.
Healing from a relationship.
well, one that broken. The relationship is broken.
I don't know if it's my end. It's just I'm having a hard time hearing you.
There's a lot of static.
So let me just make sure I get this straight. So you're talking about a relationship, that are you currently in, or this is over?
No, it's not a couple relationship.
Oh, I got it. So it's just a relationship that you want to know. I got it. But this is a relationship via family.
Yeah.
Right.
There's some discord right now, so I'd like to know if it will be healed.
I got it, Kathy. As soon as I heard what you were saying, I just heard this that someone talking. Well, this is interesting. I heard a dad figure talking about a dad figure. So, is your father here or crossed?
Crossed.
So know that if your father's crossed, he's stepping forward to sort of take this on and answer this question. But where does the brother come in, Kathy? Do you have a brother?
Yes.
So I don't know if this is just a quick validation for your brother. Was there also, is your brother at some point in the mix of this?
No.
So and you guys have a good relationship?
Yes.
That's interesting. I keep hearing, maybe, just keep it with you, and I'm going to get back to what you asked me, but just keep the brother piece in play, Kathy, because this could be maybe your father's brother or your mother's brother, but there's a brother, some kind of issue. I don't know what that is, but someone keeps just talking about, you didn't lose a brother, did you?
No. My husband has brothers.
Your husband has lost a brother?
No,
oh, he has trouble. He's got trouble. I got it. So maybe that's... Where does the John or Jim or George come in?
George is my late husband's brother.
Wow. So first of all, know that your husband is here and just wants to make sure you know that he's giving that as a validation. Your husband just said, do you talk to him?
All the time.
Because he just said to me, you got to tell her that I hear her. Like, your husband, the way he speaks to me, Kathy, as if nothing changed ever. Like, physically, he's still here. That's how much he hears you. That's how much he responds to you. And, he just keeps saying, and he's taking this on. He's answering the question, because he just said to me, the first thing that my wife has to know is that she can't bring this on her. She can't bring things on that's not hers, because he said, my wife is a very, very beautiful, a very, very caring, and very sweet kind of soul, a person, but sometimes she feels like it can be sort of converted into, did she do something, or sort of taking on something. So whether that makes sense or not, Kathy, just make sure your husband, or that your husband's giving that as a validation. And what's with the? Do you have kids?
We had one daughter. Yeah, we have one daughter.
But your father your husband just wants to give a validation to your daughter. I just heard him yell out the children. But let me just tell you something, that your husband just said to me, there's nothing more for you to do. And this has been a long relationship, right?
Absolutely.
Because he's showing me, what he's doing is making me feel like what he's seeing, and sort of giving me the energy of what's going on around you. And your husband just brought this long, just the symbol that this is a long sort of relationship. But your husband's saying, and everybody else, your father, there's a mother figure too. I don't know if this is mom or grandmother, and there's an E, like Elizabeth or Edward. There's an E connection somewhere. But your mom. Wait, is your mom here or crossed?
My mom has crossed. I have, my godfather was in E, and I have a sister who is still with us that is in the E.
Wow, I love it. And you know, spirit will a lot of times validate, Kathy, people living or people crossed. It doesn't really matter. It's just giving a very good validation. But your husband, I get also, as soon as I go near him, I can feel the protection he's got. Like, he's very, very protective. He must have been that way in the physical world. He loves you. It's he just, the way he looks at you just makes me feel like that was it for him. But he's protective. But he's telling me that the onus, and I don't know if this is going to help or not, Kathy, but he keeps saying the onus is not on you, in that it feels, what he's saying is that this has been blown out of proportion.
Absolutely. Oh, yes.
So know that your husband, he knows that, Kathy, because he's watching you, and like he just said to me, you know, Stephen, I scratch my head like trying to figure out, like, on the other end where why this is where it is. Like it doesn't make any sense. And he said, and if my wife told strangers the actual factual things that have happened, everyone would be in the same situation thinking, but that doesn't make any sense. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Absolutely.
So Kathy, make sure you know that your husband just said that there's a lot of help via spirit, just trying to do whatever they can. But I will tell you something, Kathy, maybe for a little bit different perspective. Whoever the person is that this issue is going on, they're having something going on, something that it feels like something that's new, or something that was maybe always there but finally came up to the surface. Yeah. They're dealing with something, and I think it is it's just making like them sort of afraid or afraid of dealing with what's going on, and sort of like their world is just a mess. It's just a mess. But don't get me wrong, that there's also tears on that end too, because there must be tears. This must have affected you like really strongly if you asked it. But your husband just said to me, yeah, there's been tears. Tears. This is broken-hearted. This is like you know what it feels like? It feels like a soul sister. It feels like a soul brother. It feels like someone who's been there around for so long. And on each side, it's the same thing. But there's also somebody else that is connected to that person that's not helping.
Okay.
So I don't know if this is a friend. I'm not really sure. Or maybe when I say not helping their situation, just make sure you know, Kathy, that they're and your father, the entire time your father just keeps, and your mother just keeps shaking their head. Yes. It's were you just looking at cards or something written? Why did your father just show me, or did you write? Like, did you used to do like diary entries or write?
No, I wrote a letter.
Oh my God! To this person?
Yes.
Oh my God!
I wrote it all out.
Kathy, wow! How wild is it to let you know that they know, like your father and mother and everybody else, and your husband. Your husband he's funny. Your husband said, why do you keep missing me, Mom and Dad? I'm here. I'm always here. He's funny. He's got a very good sense of humor and how much he loves you. But they're just giving that as a with that letter. And, you know, I love your husband because he just said, honey, do whatever you feel. Like, whatever you feel is the best way to handle this. Just know that you've got the support here, and that your husband just said to me, just tell my wife it gets better. It gets better.
I wanted to hear that. Yeah.
It does, Kathy. It does. And listen, they know about the letter, so if they're saying it's going to get better, listen to them, Kathy, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And listen, listen, thank you for being my first caller. I have to take a break, but thank you so much. And I'm going to send so much white light to you, Kathy, to resolve this too.
Thank you so much.
Kathy, you have a great week, and we will be right back. And lots of love to you, Kathy. And welcome back to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium. I'm here with Coach Elix and with Mark producing the show. So let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Hi, Stephen. It's JJ.
Hi, JJ. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing very well. I got to, listen, the call before you, Kathy, was so amazing. I got to top that, or I got to keep the same standard, JJ. So I'm tuning in. So let me see what's going on with JJ. There's a lot going on here, JJ. So JJ, there's two guys that immediately, well, actually not just guys, but there's two guys that step forward. So let me stick with this for a second. Is Dad crossed?
Yes.
So your father's stepping forward, but there's also, did he die like 60s or younger?
My father passed away at 72.
That's right on the cusp. There's another another male here who's young. And your father said, but that's not me. Who's the young male?
My brother passed away at 59. A day before, well, a couple hours before Mother's Day.
Wow. So know that you've got your dad and your brother stepping forward to let you know that they're here. But there's also, JJ, for you, a really strong mother energy too. Is that Mom?
Yeah, Mom's passed too.
So wow. So mom, dad, brother, giving us a validation. They just said 3. So are there 3 of you, like siblings?
Well, no, I have, yes, an older brother. Let's see, I have 3 other brothers that are still here, present. And then
So
I have a younger sister.
Is she crossed or is she here?
My sister,
Yes.
she's here.
So your brother just gave me 3. Unless he's talking about someone had 3 kids. This says something with three kids. I wasn't sure if that meant like there were 3 siblings left or 3 siblings in spirit, but just make sure you keep. None of your siblings have 3 kids.
2,
JJ, I love
1.
it. All I can tell you.
No one has 3.
let me ask you something. The brother. So you only have 1 sibling who's crossed.
Yes.
But he wasn't the 3rd in line. I don't know why I keep saying. What?
Actually, he is the 3rd in line. It goes my oldest brother, the next to the oldest, and then it goes my brother David that's passed, and then my younger brother after that. So he is the 3rd.
I love it. So it's him. Well, now I know his name is David. That you told me. So don't tell me names. But so know that David's slick. Usually they don't do like in line kind of deal. But David is. Your brother David's a trip. Let me just say, he's definitely, he doesn't follow the norm. David doesn't follow the norm at all. But I love him, JJ, because your brother just said to me, I want my sister to know that I'm with her all the time, like just 24/7, and I am I am a guardian angel to my sister, just making sure that she's okay. JJ, where's the boat come in or the water? Does someone like I don't know, like live near the water or a lake or ocean or boat or fishing? Did someone fish?
Well, I was at the beach today. I mean,
it could be that. I'm not sure. I mean, it could be with David saying, that he's always with you 24/7. I wouldn't be surprised if that's why he's bringing up the water or beach because you went there today. It could be. And who's Robert or Richard or who's the R name? David just yelled. Or there's a Ryan. There's an R connected here. He just yelled it out and said, "Of course, JJ knows." Sometimes JJ they give like it as a middle name, but it also could be a last name. But there's a very very strong. There's no Bobby, or Robert connected to you, like either living or crossed. Well, he's telling me that
family or just friends.
No, it could be someone close. It doesn't have to be a family member. It could be it could be a friend who crossed. It could be a friend who's living. Just keep it with you.
Boynter, maybe his friend Bobby Boehner.
But that was David's friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's just giving that as a validation. But David also just talks about a motorcycle. There's somebody's got a motorcycle. Doesn't have to be David, but someone used to have a motorcycle. Has a motorcycle.
Well, my niece just got a motorcycle.
Oh, that would be it, JJ. So it's making it's nice that David is just giving validations like the beach today, as well as your niece just getting the motorcycle. It's just a way to let you know that David knows every single thing that's happening and everything that's going on. There's a needle going in my arm. So let me start with this. Is there healthcare? Is there somebody like a nurse or somebody who works in healthcare or used to work in healthcare connected to you? That's not it. They just said it's not it. It's some substance abuse. Someone connected somehow, some way, substance abuse. I keep hearing. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they did a needle. They could be talking about an alcoholic. It could be pills. Someone is abusing something or did abuse something.
Well, my brother was an alcoholic.
Wait a minute. Is this David?
Yeah.
Oh,
He,
so it's all about David, JJ. Yeah, it's
okay.
all about David. David, your mother just said to David, of all the things you could say to your sister, that's what you're bringing up, the drinking. He's like, well, I knew she'd know that. Like she'd know that. That would come out really
No,
quickly.
it's funny because he would never say it before, and now he's finally coming out and saying he had, obviously, he had the problem.
Yeah,
Because he
yeah.
wouldn't say it before. It was denied a lot.
And JJ, how cool is that? That in no seriously, in spirit, we don't have any of those earthly restrictions. So it's just pretty amazing that your brother just wanted to do that to say he's so at peace and accepting for his life, but more importantly, how much he loves you, how much he takes care of you, how much he follows you, and how much he guides you. That's beautiful, JJ.
That's great.
I love that.
In the boats and the fishing poles, I was down at Galilee today, and
Wow.
and
I
you know
love
how they
it.
go in and out to Block
Oh,
Island.
I love it. So it
So,
was a validation about where you were.
and you know what's funny too? Because on my way down, I'm like, Dave, are you with me? I told you we'd go to the beach.
JJ, are you kidding me?
No, I
You,
talk to them all the time.
you actually said that to David today?
Yes.
My God, no wonder why he was bringing up the beach. And as a Rhode Islander, I know I love Galilee, and I love seeing those boats come in and out. It's
Yeah.
wild, and that you sit. Oh, JJ, you cannot get any better validation than that from your brother. Not only saying that he knows that he was actually at the beach with you, but that's why he brought up the fishing, the boats, and you being near the water. That's wild. Well, he also, yeah, I will say, even when I tune into him, maybe as someone who had like drank too much or so, what a beautiful soul that boy has, your brother has. I mean,
Yes, he
just the
always did.
most considerate, most empathetic, caring. As soon as and he's looking at me with like teary eyes and just saying, thank you for saying that. And he just said that's what you get coming from this family. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
true. It's true.
it's a beautiful validation that
It
wow
was,
that
you know what? And I talked to you maybe a couple of weeks ago also.
you did.
Yeah, this is like, I mean, and I was first caller last time, and now I'm second caller. And I tell them, I said, I'm calling, and for some reason you pop into my head, and then I go, okay, I'm going to call them. And then I'm like, okay, Mom, Dad, David, everybody, I'm going to be, going to be here with Stephen Rita, so let's go, bring it on.
I'm like one of those bad songs. I just pop into your head and you can't get me out. That's what it is.
Oh,
Well,
definitely not a bad song.
but JJ,
And in fact,
did David come through the couple of weeks ago?
yes, he did. And you know what? You told me that he gave you the biggest hug
Oh
that
wow,
you've never had that done to you before.
wow, I love it.
That's
I'm
from
not
another
surprised.
spirit.
I'm not surprised just based on what I felt of him now. So, but listen, JJ, I got to take a break. So, listen, thank you so much for calling again. You have a great week and enjoy the beach.
Thank you, Stephen.
All right, and we'll be
Have a
right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. This is Steve in the Medium. Let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hi, Stephen. It's Andrea.
Andrea, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So, Andrea, before on the break, and I already have your loved ones here waiting. I didn't know it was you, Andrea. But do you drink a lot of water?
Actually, I was just filling the cat's water bowl.
What was that?
I was just filling the cat's water bowl.
God. Andrew, how wild is that? That they're just bringing up like immediately, like before I even get to speak to you, I can hear them telling me or like connecting me to your energy about there's something with water. I mean that's pretty wild. That's pretty cool. I love it. Andrea, you are connected. When I don't know if we've ever spoken, if I've ever said this, or this is the first time I'm speaking to you, but you're really, really connected very, very much to spirit. So I don't know if you're aware of that, but just, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Before, you said that before.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I tuned, I mean, I can feel, even without seeing someone, I can feel their auras, and your auras are in a place, these colors are just very, very connected to spirit. Have you done Reiki?
My husband's actually a Reiki master.
Oh, that's what I'm picking it up. I swear I was going to hear you say, yes, I'm training or I'm a Reiki master, but it's your husband. I got it because I could feel that, I could feel that around you.
Oh, okay.
And you also, Andrea, have I don't know if JJ answered me the call before you, but there's also is there a Robert connected to you?
I had a friend named Robert in college.
I don't think that would be it. There's a Richard, Robert, Ryan. There's another R, or maybe a woman's name, but there's a really, really strong R, and it also could be connected to your husband. There's also an H, like Helen or Harold or Hilda. There's an H connected to you.
I have no clue.
Think your husband doesn't have an H name connected to him? Someone's telling me one of you have the H name. It could be first name or Haley, first name, middle name. There is something with an H I keep hearing.
We just said Haley. We just adopted a cat named her Haley.
You Andrew, you're killing me. You just adopted, did you say a dog?
A cat. I took her in as a foster, and I ended up by adopting her.
And her name is Haley?
Yeah, her name was Harley, but I changed it to Haley.
Oh my God. I cannot believe that your loved ones just had me say Haley. How wild is that? I mean, it's pretty cool. Let me ask you, does your husband practice?
Oh, the art could be Ricky, my foster kitten.
Oh, that's exactly what it is.
My husband calls him Richard.
Oh, there it is. And I think I actually said Richard. So that's exactly, I love how they're focusing on the animals, which is pretty cool. But I'll tell you, does your husband practice or he hasn't been practicing Reiki?
No, he hasn't practiced in a long time.
Yeah, I just someone just mentioned that or brought that up. Not saying anything about it. It's validation saying that they know that. And someone lost a baby, Andrea. I don't know how long ago this was. This could have been a while ago, but there's a baby that is in my belly, but doesn't come out. So there's a miscarriage somewhere connected because there's a child that is like waving their hands, saying that they want to be validated, and I don't know if are there twins connected to your family?
Maybe it's my cousin. Maybe that's my cousin's son that she lost last year during COVID.
But how old was he?
He was never born.
Oh, that's got to be him then. The way you said that, I thought you meant he was like a teen or something. Oh, it's absolutely him.
Yeah.
But he also keeps.
It was her daughter's son. They had already named him and everything, and he didn't. She was 5 months, I think, when.
Wow,
everything
Andrea.
happens first.
Yeah, so just know that he wants to be validated. He kept saying two also. Do they have another child?
Well, the second one's on the way.
Oh my God, that's right. That's
They're actually taking the baby on July 19th. So
wow. Can you believe that the baby who's in spirit just validated that about the second baby, and just how everything is going to be okay. How wild is that too, Andrea? You know,
that is crazy.
one of the great things about what I said as soon as we started talking, about you being connected is that, like, your energy is so big that look at, like, we've talked about your husband, your other family. It's that your energy just sort of like grabs everything, which is so cool and so wild. So I love that, and I love to validate that for you. So, but Andrea, I got to move on because the show's going to be ending. So listen, lots of love to you, and thank you for calling.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Andrea.
Have a
Bye
good
bye.
night.
And let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Hi, Stephen. It's Karen.
Hi, Karen. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm good too. Karen. Karen, let me start with this here. Is there somebody connected to you that healthcare?
Yep.
Is that you or is that somebody else?
No, my husband.
Okay. But is he here or crossed?
He's crushed.
So, wow, right out of the gate, your husband's here. Your husband also keeps talking about, like, edema, or I don't know if he's right. He may not be referencing him, but he's referencing somebody swollen. Like, there's, like, it feels as if it's my legs that are swollen, or maybe it's other parts of the body. I don't know, and I don't know maybe if that ties into what he did as, in healthcare. Just make sure you keep it with you. And he just also said two things. He said, one, the GJ name, like Jim or Jack or George, Jane. Who's the G or J name connected to you guys?
Oh my God! Everyone you just mentioned.
Everyone I just said you have names or connected to? That's wild.
He has a brother Jack. I have a sister Jane.
Wow.
His best friend is James.
Wow, Karen. And much like, I don't remember which caller it was, your husband has, when I tell you Karen has gone nowhere, he really has gone nowhere. Like, and he just wants me to make sure that I validate to you that, okay, physically you don't literally see him, but he is. It's almost like he's saying he's in like. Let me put it this way: if there was two rooms, right, and there was like a very thin divider in the rooms, this is your husband giving this to me as the analogy, which I think is pretty cool. And instead of like if you had two people that couldn't see each other because they're in separate rooms with this very, very thin divider, each one could be on the opposite ends of that room, so they're not even close to the divider. And your husband just said, you two are like almost like nailed to that divider on each side. So your husband just said, there's times that my wife feels me, like, or knows I'm there. Or there's got to be something, Karen, that maybe soul-wise or something in you knows that he's around.
Absolutely.
So you get that. I love it, and that's because love doesn't die. I mean that's what this is all about. It just like he's just giving that as a validation to let you know that he's around you, and he keeps talking about the keys to the car. Did someone just do something with the car? You got
I'm getting my brakes fixed tomorrow.
Wow. So if
my daughter.
Your daughter is too?
Yeah, we're going to different shops and we're both getting our brakes fixed tomorrow.
Oh my God! No wonder why he's talking about the keys to the car. I love it. I love that he's letting you know that he's watching. What I was about to say is that's also, in addition to that. That analogy with the room or the two rooms, boy, that your husband hasn't missed like anything. He's with you, and he keeps moving my ring. So do you like what's with the ring?
I wear his wedding ring, and I also have a ring on my thumb with his ass. I was telling somebody about it today.
Wow. Karen, you could not get any more validations from like your incredible husband that he knows every single thing. And it's he's different than a lot of spirit I talk to. He's so adamant about, he just keeps showing me him leaning on you, and it's just also a way to let you know he is with the family too, and with the kids, and just making sure you know that you've got this amazing protector. And he just said to me, I just want my wife to know how I support, and I am so blessed to have her and support all the decisions that she makes. And she's doing like she's just an incredible woman. It's just I love him. He's got such good energy, Karen, and clearly loves you, and loves the family.
Yeah, miss him a lot. I know he's with me.
Boy, is he! But listen, if you ever question that, go back to either YouTube or my Facebook page, Stephen the Medium, and you'll be able to hear it, and you'll get reminded that he's with you. So, but listen, Karen, thank you so much for calling, and you have a great week. Okay.
Thank you too, Stephen.
All right, lots of love to you, Karen.
Bye-bye.
So just like that, the show's over. Elix was in and out because he was telling me that there was some problem with the feed, that the feed sounded staticky. So I'm sorry if it did. We're not really sure why. So maybe it changed. But I know Elix was leaving just to go check the feed, and I haven't got a text from him. So
no, I'm here.
Okay, so
I made it back.
Tell people how they can find you.
They can find me at Coach Elix on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Audible, you name it.
Well, that is terrific. And you can find Mock the producer 3 to 5 on Wednesdays with his show, Mock's Jukebox. Check that out because that's pretty fantastic. And you can find me, Stephen the Medium, everywhere. Just plug in Stephen the Medium in any social media and you'll find me. I am very shortly going to be posting some events that are coming up. I am so excited that I'm going to go back to the Sagamore Inn in September. I haven't even posted that yet, but I just can't believe how many emails I got asking me when am I coming back. So, and that place is so terrific. So, and outside in the tent in September will be a beautiful weather, and I will, as last time, hit every table. So when that comes out, make sure you get your tickets early. And I think other than that, I hope everybody has a great week. Friday, what was that, Elix?
Don't forget to tune in Friday at 1.
I just was going to say that. How's that? We're in sync. Just make sure Friday at 1 o'clock to get a grip with Coach Elix, and I am the co-host there. We just do reverse positions, and I think that's it. So thank you, Ellie. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and we'll see you next Wednesday for my show Through the Static, and we'll see you Friday with Elix's show at 1 o'clock. So have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.